Cuckoo everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Matt Made. I'm really happy to have you here today, and today we're going to make something that we've kind of created here since living in France. We are going to make some stuffed pizza breadsticks, and I'm really excited because they're easy, they're quick, and they're super cheap. So let's get a look at some of the ingredients for these. So to start off with the outside, I'm obviously going to make it pizza dough. If we move on to the inside, you see that my ingredients are sitting in some new bowls. So this is to my friend who I studied abroad with a few years ago. So thank you, Angela, for these bowls. And on the inside, we're going to put in some mozzarella cheese. You can use some shredded mozzarella cheese. We're going to put in some chorizo. We are going to put in some lardons. You can also use bacon. And for the top, we're going to do a little butter rub on the top. We're going to use salt, pepper, grated Parmesan cheese, and of course butter. And finally, for that sauce you want to dip those breadsticks in, we are going to put some tomato sauce, and you can choose your favorite. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to start with the dough. So this is some pre-packaged pizza dough. You can make your own, you can use your secret family recipe, whatever is easiest and cheapest for you. But you're going to take your trusty pizza cutter and you are going to cut it into however many strips you can get it into. Now you want your strips to be thicker. Okay? So I'm going to cut 2 of them and then show you. I love this meal because it is great. I used to eat it in college too. It was great for a dorm. This is what your strip is going to look like. This meal is great for a dorm. It's great for anyone who doesn't have a lot of money because the ingredients are super easy to find and it's super cheap. So join me back. I'm going to have all the strips cut up and we are going to start assembling the breadsticks. Okay, so now that I've got them all cut into thicker strips, I have 5 breadsticks that I'm going to make. And trust me, 5 is definitely going to be enough. This is a pretty filling meal or snack or however you want to classify it. So let's get to the insides. So I've got my lardon that I'm going to put in as a meat for me, and the chorizo that Tyler's going to put in the meat for him. So this is great because you can actually throw anything you want in there. If you wanted to throw calamari in there, why not? Okay. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this diced mozzarella. I diced this mozzarella. Remember, you can use shredded mozzarella if you want to. You're going to put a good amount in there. I'll be more specific in the recipe that I'm going to post down below. But the first one I'm going to make is going to be for me. So I'm going to take a little bit of lardon. Now, you don't need that much. Okay? And then, just to top it all off, I have a little jar of Italian seasonings. I'm going to give it a tiny tints of a sprinkle. Tiny tints of a sprinkle. I'm going to fill them all, and then when you come back, I'm going to show you how to fold them and make them look beautiful. Alright, just finishing this one up. So, what I've done, if you look over here, is I have constructed them, I fold them up, I put these nice little divots in them, which I'm going to show you. Now, as you can see, they come in all different shapes and sizes, so don't worry. This is a cheap meal. We're not eating at a 5-star restaurant. So let's go to the folding technique. So what I've done is I put the meat and the cheese on the end of the dough. Simple. I just take my dough. I make one end meet the other. Now, you do not want to overstuff your dough because this is where you're going to have issues. Now, what you're going to do is a little pinch method. You're going to pull back the dough and pinch it forward with one of your fingers. This is to seal it shut, and it is to also make it look more presentable, I guess. Now, if you have a little extra dough, what I like to do is just chop it off. I have a lot of extra dough, so I can maybe make a dough ball or a regular breadstick. So you're going to do this to both sides. I'm going to add it onto the tray, and I'll show you what the next. So now we have our 5 final breadsticks, and with the extra dough, I just create a little ball with a cheese, and it's going to be a cheesy surprise. But now I want to put a butter wash on top of it. So what I have here is about a tablespoon of melted butter. I'm going to freshly crack some pepper into the butter. I'm going to throw a dash of the Italian seasoning in there, the same seasoning that I put in there before. And then I'm going to put a pinch of Parmesan cheese. And all we're going to do is we're going to take a fork, mix it all together. This is going to make your breadsticks brown and have a good amount of flavor on the top. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a brush or just a fork if you're poor enough where you can't afford a brush, and you're just going to brush it on a few times. You get a nice coating on each one. We're gonna just continue brushing. Okay, the final brush. We're gonna put this down. And what you're gonna wanna do now is take these and put them in the oven until they're golden brown. It's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes. So let's throw them in. I'll see you in about 15 to 20 minutes when I have some nice pizza breadsticks. What I have here on the plate is what's happened after I've cooked it in the oven for about 20 minutes. We've got this nice golden brown crust and a nice golden brown bottom. And all I've done is taken some of that canned sauce, warmed it up, and put it in a bowl. So now is my favorite part. It's time to eat dinner. And I am going to take a bite. Just cut it open here. We'll see all that ooey gooey goodness. See in here we've got some lardons and some cheese. I'm gonna dip and bon up. I love the lardon in there, and I'm sure Tyler's gonna enjoy the chorizo in there. The melty mozzarella, the sauce just goes great with it. So, thank you for watching episode 4 of Matt Made. And what I want you to do in the comments is tell me what you want to see next from Matt Made. I've shown you some of my signature dishes. Now I want to know what your signature dishes are. So comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos because your support is the support I love. A toot!